Hey guys, all right. We're trying this again. We are ready to rock and roll. And as I was saying before, thank you for joining us to our Insta Live version of Bobby's World podcast, where you guys, the viewers and listeners, get to actually participate and be with us here, present in real time. So let's get our co-host for today in here. All right, y'all. Sorry. Y'all know how it is with the internet. Whenever you got something important to do, the internet wants to act up. There we go. Hey, how are you?
Good. How about you? Can you hear me all
Yeah, I
good?
can hear you. So happy to have you on here. Can you please introduce yourself for the people?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Jordan Saint Pierre. I do a whole bunch of different things, you know, like a lot of things related to music, live events, and photography, videography.
Oh, see, I didn't even know the photography and videography part. Okay, check you out.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's actually like a big background of mine, you know.
I like it. And hold up, don't be shy. You better tell them about the art in the back, because we know that you're also that type of artist.
Yeah, so this is actually new. You know, this just happened like during quarantine. I just kind of like went art crazy, you know, and just
I love it.
Kind of like I was just trying to decorate my room, to be honest, you know. And yeah, so I guess I do some art stuff as well.
There you go. Don't be shy. Don't be modest, okay? You better let them know.
I actually never painted a day in my life. Literally, like never painted once ever until like 2 months ago.
Oh wow! Check you out. Okay, and definitely shy from beginner status. You are like, no.
Yeah, I've sold one for 500. So
oh shit!
That's amazing.
Right. Yeah, I love it. That's really nice. Fantastic.
But I see you over there killing it in every which way.
I'm trying. You already know how it is.
Candles, modeling.
Yes, sir. You know how it is in California. You got to have a billion hustles. Can't have one.
Yeah, literally, yo. So many.
Exactly.
But
so, can you tell the viewers and listeners a little bit of your backstory? Like, where are you from? How'd you start off in the industry?
Yeah, so pretty much I grew up like a military kid, and I was, you know, like I lived like in a lot of southern states. I was born in Virginia, lived in Georgia, Oklahoma, Louisiana, North Carolina, lived in Germany.
Oh wow.
Yeah, quite a bit of places. I went to like I think 14 different schools or something like that. Jeez. Which is insane. Yeah, so many. And yeah, I moved to LA when I was 19. It was a decision that was made within probably like 4 months. And I was living in Oklahoma before LA, and I just knew that I wanted to like do more and accomplish more. And what I was really doing on the day-to-day was not going to get me to where I was actually trying to be, you know?
Yeah. So you have to.
Yeah, I moved to LA. So I moved to LA to go to the LA Film School for like entertainment business. And I learned about like marketing and artist management, you know, just like live events a little bit, just like a whole wide array of things. And yeah, like one thing led to another, then some big things happened. I like went on Fear Factor with Tyga.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy, you know, and it's like it like kind of like came out of nowhere, you know, but it did so much for me because we won, you know, like, and it was like 25,000 we won. Like they just give you like a check, and I had never had that much money ever, so I invested like a lot of it into doing a concert.
Oh, nice.
And took like a $2,000 loss. I didn't know what I was doing, and this was probably like 8 months maybe like 8.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
but this was probably like 8 to 10 months before we did our first Something Dope for the People event. And
right.
yeah, then that's how I met
but
you.
That's pretty crazy. So with Fear Factor, of course, I think a lot of people know it. Like, they make you do crazy challenges, make you eat a lot of weird stuff. Did you have to eat anything crazy?
Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't have to eat nothing. You know, like, I'm not gonna lie, I hit the jackpot because it was like it was celebrity episodes. So like Lil Yachty was on there, Chanel West Coast, Cody Shane, and I was partners with Tyga. And I was like, they're not about to have these guys eating nothing crazy, you know, like definitely not. Definitely not. So like it was honestly like just like physical stuff, you know, like there was like this challenge that involved like a whole bunch of ice. Like imagine your whole body like inside of a cooler, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to get a drink out of a cooler. And that challenge like sucked. Like I thought I was gonna quit because I can't do cold things.
Did you have to prepare like physically for Fear Factor?
I mean, I was at that time period. I was working out like literally every single day. So I was ready. You were ready. That, you know. Yeah,
yes,
I was ready
good to know. Good to know because I can't go on Fear Factor.
Yeah, because they don't give you a heads up, you know. They don't give you a heads up. You know what I'm saying? It's like you apply, you have a whole bunch of interviews, and then you don't hear from them for like 2 months. And they call me and they're like, hey, like, we're just wondering if you're still curious and like wanted to do like an episode of Fear Factor with us. Oh, we're filming tomorrow. Literally. Oh, I was like, what? Tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, because like you give them your availability like months before, you know, and they're just like, all right, you know, we'll be in touch if we want. And they literally gave me like 1 day notice. It was crazy. I had just like forgot about it. I just thought it wasn't gonna happen anymore, you know. But yeah, no, it was nuts. But no, that cause that like saved me financially too, you know, like cause I like having that much money just come to you, you know. It's like there's so many different things you can do. And I pretty much just used it to like buy time, you know. And in that time period I was able to, you know, like just help make so many things happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if I didn't have that, I would have had no time, you know? Like I would have just had to work like 2 jobs, you know? And I just decided to sacrifice money for time, you know? And I like actually like ended up going broke because of that. I just was like, yeah, like I just didn't want to, you know, like I didn't want to, like if like that time did so much, you know, and with me not getting a second job, like I was losing like thousands of dollars every month because I wasn't making enough money to live, and I knew it, you know. I knew every single month I'm gonna be like having to take like thousands from my savings to, you know, just like pay everything. Because I like to I spend like $1,000 a month on food, you know, like it's stupid. But yeah, so like every month I just was losing and losing and losing. But something told me like to not get a second job, you know, don't get a second job, like, and I was just really like banking on something to come through, you know, because I just really did not want to get another job. And I started interning for this dope like record label studio, and it was chill, you know, like this real cool environment, like literally like A-list connections. And one thing led to another. After just interning for a few months, like they like offered me like a salary job, you know, and it was like literally at the perfect, yeah. So it was like it literally happened the exact same month. Oh, wow. I would have had to get a job because I was running out of money. You know? Yeah, so that saved me. It came at the perfect time, you know. And then like a couple more things fell through like simultaneously, And then my like financial situation just like, it was so good, you know? And it was all because like I just decided to really just like have that faith and just hold out, you know what I'm saying? Because I could have got another job and just kept saving money, you know? But something told me like, no, like I always put time over money, you know? Because like it takes, like, you know how long it takes to save $1 million, you know? Like money to me, like it only matters when you don't have it, you know? Because we're trying to get like big bucks, you know? Like we need big checks. Like I'm not going to stress out about like $1,000, you know? Like I would rather have like time than $1,000, you know, easily. And then then was able to just like those something dope events that you're like, you know, involved in, those were actually like happening with $0 invested. Like literally it was super cool. Yeah, $0. Zero. Yeah, and I didn't even have any money to put into it. Yeah. But no, it just goes to show like relationships, you know, like it was all happening off the strength of relationships because there were just so many. So I just kind of like brought them all to this one place, and it was like it benefited everybody. Right. Everybody made money, you know. And yeah, we're actually going to party tomorrow. Let the people know. I mean, is it something that's open to the public if they want to join? So it's guest list only, actually. But you can come, and maybe if you want to bring some friends. Yeah, no, it's one of the homies' birthdays, and we're gonna start like we're trying to like legit take over this LA like nightlife scene, you know. So it's like a whole squad of homies. We all like join forces, you know, to produce this event, and it's one of our homies' birthdays. And we're really like once everything opens up, like my goal is to really just like kind of just X out all these like things in Hollywood that are just superficial, you know, because like all the promoters that do the parties, they all are like we want to make nightlife fun. You know what I'm saying? Not like where it's everybody's on edge and fake and pretentious, you know. And we're also gonna have it bougie too. You know, it's gonna be bougie because the bougie nightlife is so whack out here. Like everybody's just so boring. Like they don't have real fun, you know. So at the party tomorrow, it's like at a real dope place out here in North Hollywood, and we're gonna have like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, like just a whole bunch of dope cars inside the space and in the parking lot. And yeah, you know, I think it's really important for the people to merchant not music. To cut you off, but I was gonna say I think it's really important for the people to know that the events that you guys do, it's exactly that. It's literally a good mix of people. It's not like a bougie, you know, nose up in the air type of event. Like it's really everyone there is super, super friendly. Everybody there is on their hustler type stuff. Like everyone is literally about making connections and just helping each other out, which I thought that was really nice. And that was another reason why I was always down to like, you know, work with you guys and to be a part of your events, because I'm not with that. You know, I've been in the industry for a minute and I don't like that weird vibe where people are just kind of like, oh, what do you do? Oh, no. Like, I don't like that, you know? So I think that that's really important for people to know. Like, if you guys ever want to pull up to an event or you guys want to participate in them, like, please understand that, like, it's a very nice environment. Everybody's friendly. Like, you are going to make friends there and you are going to make some good connections. So we got to really emphasize that. Like, don't think that it's going to be one of those where you're going to feel super awkward and uncomfortable. Like, that is not the vibe at all. That is not the vibe. Yeah, at all, you know, thankfully. And, you know, it's crazy. Like, one of the homegirls, she told me, she was like, wow, like, this event feels so safe. And I was like, that's like, that's an amazing compliment, you know, like safe. Most definitely. You know, like crazy, you know, but we want to scale it, you know, because there's like, it's just like all based on like the people, you know, like who we are and who we invite, you know, because like our network is just full of genuine, cool people, you know. So if they invite their friends, they're not going to invite people that aren't similar to them, you know. So like my personal goal is to just scale it, you know, like take these events and still have the more intimate ones. But I mean, hopefully Corona, you know, not like stopping this, we can do like 1,000 people, you know, and just scale it, but still the same type of crowd. Exactly. You know? I'm trying to do like throw like kickball tournaments, you know. Ooh, let me know. Let me get ready. Like, let's all meet up and go play some kickball. Yeah. Right? Like, wouldn't that be so fun? Like, we got like 50 people out playing kickball, you know.
I was like gonna say, if we're playing kickball, you know, I'm gonna need a cookout. I'm gonna need some food, you know, to get that energy to play right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it, yo. Kickball cookout. Ooh. Oh, kickball and cookout. That'll be fun, you know, because me, like, I'm all about like bridging gaps and having fun, you know. And it's crazy because there's ways to have fun, bridge gaps, and make money at the same time. You know, like, it's amazing. So yeah, like, let's have some fun, you know. Like, that's all I'm trying to do is have fun. Even that, hold up. So just to even go off of what you were saying about the bridging the gap, even that, I want people to also understand that the crowd that pulls up to these type of events is legit diverse. And that is also really important to me too, because I do know other industry people that they're very particular about the crowd that they roll with, and sometimes people don't include everybody, and I feel like that can also be a little discouraging sometimes. But the type of events that you guys do don't do that. There's literally people from everywhere, and I don't just mean like, you know, from California, like I mean other states, other ethnic backgrounds, you know, even industry wise. There's not just people that are just like artists or like me that are like small business owners. There's people that are musicians, you know, how you were saying, videographers, photographers. Like, there's literally something for everybody. There's all types of people, and it's beautiful for that reason right there too, you know. So that's also really important for people to know. Don't feel like you're gonna pull up and you're gonna be like, damn, there's nobody here that does what I do. Like, you will meet somebody that does something related to what you do, or that could even help you with what you do. So another reason to pull up to these events. I'm so happy to hear you say that, yo. Like, that's dope. That's amazing to hear. That's yeah, no, that's awesome to hear, yo. For reals, because you really feel that way, you know. That's dope. What makes you this way? If people didn't feel this way about the events that you guys do, then they wouldn't continuously pull up. You get me? They would literally just show up that one time and never come back. But even that, to me, is a good sign that it's a good vibe, it's good people, because you literally see people pulling up every time, whether they're there to perform, to sell. Yeah, it's dope, yo. It's like the family's being built. Like, yeah, nah, it feels special, because it's like I know for sure, like, every event we're gonna do, like, there's so many people that have pretty much been to like almost all of them. So it's like you're gonna see somebody that you know there, like, you like go to one twice, you know, for sure. And it's crazy, like, it's like all different ranges of network too, you know. It's like anybody can come. Yes. But only good people. Yeah. So hopefully this whole Corona thing will wrap it up, so that we can get back into the swing of things and have these events back open to the public, because that would be great. I hope so. We're definitely going to expand, like, as far as like spaces. We're going to probably start doing more things out here in North Hollywood, and hopefully we can find something downtown. Nice. Hopefully we can find something downtown, because downtown they got like downtown they got the vibe. Have a good vibe there. Yeah, like, they definitely have the vibe. Yeah, which that's like ours is almost like, it feels like it's almost like some downtown LA stuff, you know. Agreed. Like a little bit. But yeah, we should. I mean, you should. What are you up to tomorrow? Like, you should. I will let you know about that in private. I was like, don't be putting my business out there right now for the people. Yeah. They don't need to know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I will get back to you on that one. Oh yeah, that part. Nah, I feel you. The block is hot for me. The block is hot for me. I'm like, dang, I don't know if I should be saying where I don't know if I should be saying where I'm gonna be at.
Now everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what's up, bet. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly though, you know, just to kind of touch on that, I know you've been getting some heat for you know, just a lot of the things that you've been putting out there recently. Can you let the people know in case they haven't seen your page and seen what's been going on?
Yeah, so I've definitely been in a weird world these past couple months online. It started off like whenever these whole protests started for George Floyd, and I was out there, and like pretty much just to fast forward, you know, like I witnessed a crazy scene and I recorded it and I put it on Twitter, and I was just, you know, saying that like these people like staged a cop car and lit it on fire pretty much in the middle of the protest. And it blew up on Twitter. Like I don't know, it's probably like almost at like 4 million views, and SZA retweeted it, and like a whole bunch of other like large like people with big followings shared it. And they were all in agreement pretty much, you know, like it's like they all saw what I saw. So I decided to just go a little further with it. And whenever I got home, I was able to really look at the video, you know, because all I posted at first was a 2-minute just raw video of what happened. And when I got home, I like slowed it down and like looked at it in slow motion. And I saw way more stuff than I saw the first time, you know? So I was like,
you saw with the,
oh my God, this is like, I was like, yo, this is some crazy stuff right here.
And then,
yeah, like it had been like a couple of days, and I'm like looking in slow-mo and I'm seeing everything, you know? And I was literally like I'm not gonna lie, like my heart like skipped a beat whenever I saw like some stuff, because I was literally convinced like, yo, this could be like a terrorist attack. Like this is an organization of people doing this thing right now, you know? So I slow-moed the video down and circled the people and just explained what was happening. And I posted that video. It was like a 6-minute video, like with just, you know, a lot more detail, and so everybody can just really see it. And that was blowing up. Like that one was on Instagram, and it was getting like over 10,000 shares. Well, the first day it got like 300 shares, and the second day it went from like 300 to like 5,000, and then the next day after that it was like over 10,000 shares or something like that. And then I deleted it, I think the day after that. It was up for like a few days, and the day after that it was like at 30,000 shares, and I deleted it.
Hold on,
and it was literally like at its peak.
Real quick, so the video itself, you were physically there at the protest. That's your video. You filmed that. Just to be clear for the people.
Yeah, my video. Yeah, my face is in it. I like turn around the camera and I'm talking to the camera. Yeah. My face is all in it. Yeah, all my footage, everything I was using was all my, you know, first-hand footage for sure.
Just to kind of get some answers for the people. Now, when you originally deleted the video, did you delete it because you were just like, okay, this is a bit much, it's becoming overwhelming, or was it because of like people's negative comments? What was the reason behind that?
Yeah, so there's so many reasons, you know, like, I mean, I guess one of the first reasons is I didn't even realize what I was actually doing, you know, like I didn't realize what I did until someone commented on the video, like the first day, and they were like, this is important.
That part.
And I was like, oh my God, what I just do, you know? And so at first, because you're just like in the moment, you know, like I was just so in the moment and so hyped up. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I got to get this online. Boom. And then I was like, this is crazy. I need to get this out. Boom. And then like after like a couple of days, I started to really like process. I was like, oh my God, what if this is true? You know, like it's because like I almost didn't believe it myself. And so it blew up. Yo, like Joe Rogan mentioned on his podcast, so it was out there. Dion Cole put it on his page. He has like 1 million followers. Jesse Williams, he posted it on his page too. So like That's not, it wasn't a repost. Like they posted it themselves, like the whole thing. And so people involved in the video actually hit me up on Instagram.
I saw
like
part of
one
that,
of the
and I was
people
gonna
in the
ask
video
about
that
that. Like, did the people reach out to you, or did you somehow find them online? Like, how'd that go about?
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, I got a DM, and that's when I realized, okay, this is too much for me right now. You know, it's like, all right, so I'm talking to this guy, and you know, he calls me on Instagram, and we had like a 15-minute phone conversation, and I didn't know who he was, like, for a large part of it. He was just telling me that I'm wrong, and that one of the guys in the video isn't who I'm saying he is. He was saying like he's not a white supremacist, not a part of no organization. And I was just like, how do you know this? Like, dude, like I can't just, like, you can't just tell me this and without showing me, like, I need to figure out how to believe you, you know? And he shows me something that he had in the video.
Oh shit.
And it was him. It was
so
a guy.
You saw the guy's
video.
face, because on the other video that you posted on Instagram, it was a woman who was kind of like speaking on, I guess, that person's behalf. But you physically saw the person that was in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a few pictures of faces. You know, I was actually about to post them. I posted on Instagram that I was going to post their face, or no, I posted saying I just received pictures of their face. And within an hour of me saying that, that's when I got the DM. So he must have been like looking at my page, just like monitoring, you know, or something, just like waiting to see like what we got. Because this guy's afraid that the FBI is going to knock on his door or something, you know. So we're talking, and you know, he's telling me like he has kids and all this, and he's Mexican. He's not white. So there were things that he was saying that made sense, but also some things didn't make sense, you know? And I was just so wrapped up in this at the moment, you know what I'm saying, that I just didn't know what to believe. I didn't know if this guy was really a part of something and he's just trying to convince me to delete it. I didn't know anything. You know, I was just so confused. So I figured I'm gonna let him tell his side of the story, you know? Like, I'll let the people decide whether or not they believe him. And that's what happened. Like, they gave a statement. Like, I couldn't believe that, you know? And after they gave the statement, a lot of people were commenting, and they just didn't believe it, you know? So I was like, okay, all right, well, this is interesting situation to be in. So that kind of died down with that guy, you know, for a bit. And then I think probably the same day or maybe a day after, the girl that I pointed out in the video, someone that's a friend of her, like, I got a few messages from people that were friends of her, and they were like all saying, you know, like the same thing pretty much that the guy was. And they were like low-key trying to like guilt trip me. They were like saying like, you don't want to be the reason she gets separated from her kids, you know, like all this weird stuff. But I like caught them in a lie, you know, like the girl, I don't know if you saw the video, she was putting the lighter fluid on the car, but she said it was water. And I was like, water?
Water isn't getting
How is that water? You can't light a car on fire with water. So, yeah. So I went from kind of believing that these people, you know, aren't a part of anything or aren't involved or whatever, to just thinking, all right, this is weird, you know. So that they were trying to get me to delete it, but I was just telling them, I was like, look, it's out there already. So there's nothing that, I mean, y'all did what you did, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did something in front of about hundreds of people. Like, what do you expect?
Right.
You don't
and
expect
people,
to be on video?
It's natural that people are going to have questions.
I just kind of like left that alone.
It is what it is. You got to be ready to answer them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I was trying to get her to give a statement, but she didn't want to. So I just, you know, left that alone for a bit, and then I kept dropping videos. I like exposed ABC. I don't know if you saw that one, but pretty much my video shows the whole scene of this car getting lit on fire. And at like literally for a few seconds, through that whole time, a lot of random people joined in, you know, of course, because people are going to join in, you know. So ABC used a photo of just 3 black kids hitting the car. But it's a shame because those kids were barely even involved, you know. And for them to use that photo, it was like they had to go through hundreds and hundreds of photos to find only the black kids in frame, because there was only happened for like a second, you know. And yeah, that video was blowing up too. I actually kind of regret deleting that one. It was just too much. Every time I got on my phone and refreshed, I had like 1,000 notifications, you know, like all these comments, all these likes, all these new followers, all these DMs, all these people tagging and asking questions. And I just felt like I couldn't get away from it, you know, like literally for 3 days straight, every time I open Instagram, it was going stupid. Like I would probably have like 20,000 followers right now if I would have left.
Now,
for sure.
If we can, let's just pause that real quick. By any chance, were these kids able to answer the big question that everybody keeps asking? Where the fuck did that cop car come from? Where the fuck did it come from? Were they able to answer that? Was anyone able to answer that?
No, which is a huge part of the story. That's why I was still so confused, you know. And I actually went back out there. Like I went out there like a week later. I'm like looking at the stoplights, looking for lights and stuff. And there's a gas station right there beside, and apparently the gas station had cameras and they could see the cop car. They wouldn't show me the footage, but no, like there's no way for me to see or know or anything, you know.
I don't know about that cop car, but for me,
which is so weird.
Call me crazy, but so I think that could possibly be a part of the gimmick that the police force and the government try to put on everybody, where it's like, let's set these kids up for failure. Let's give them the ammunition. I'm pretty sure you heard about this and you've probably seen it online, that a lot of people have actually caught police officers placing bricks out in public just to kind of set up the ammunition for people to just fall into the things that they want. So that's why I'm saying, call me crazy, but I think that even with the cop cars and everything, and more so being that these are old cop cars, these aren't even new cars that they currently use right now, I personally feel that that's even part of their thing, because they're trying to set people up for failure. They want to give people the ammunition to be like, look, we knew you guys were going to act like this. Here you go. Look, we're giving you guys the tool to act crazy to, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just my theory on that part.
A lot of people too were like mentioning me on Twitter saying like, yo, they did this in Pennsylvania. They did this in New York. Like people are saying that they did this like in so many different cities, you know. It's crazy. The bricks, they were in Dallas too, in Texas. You know, and it's something weird is really going on, you know what I'm saying? Because there's this thing called like the rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? Like people have just been venting to me. Like they're like, yo, like I went down the rabbit hole recently. And it's really like the craziest stuff you can find on the internet. Like if you really look and see what's going on, it's like none of us see it. Like no one sees it, and it's right in front of us, you know? And so it's, I don't know. The world is in a very weird place right now. I continued with the videos, and I like posted one that was about this guy, George Soros. And I just did a little bit more investigation and stuff. And that's when it got weird. Like I posted that video and people started saying that like I was unknowingly pushing a racist agenda. And I was like, what? You know?
Yeah.
So I was confused, right? And you know, it's like everybody started off pretty much like on my side. Like I didn't make none of these people follow me. But I just kept going, you know, I just kept like trying to take a step forward and just look around the corner, see what's going on. And people started to get mad and have disagreements. And actually, like recently, like I mean, maybe I kind of like brought it upon myself a bit, but I got like blocked by a few people when I did this video on Black Lives Matter
like people
Foundation.
That you personally knew, or?
Now, nobody that I know, just like random people, you know, like that just disagree with what I'm saying, and they think I'm like just negative and stuff, you know. Because I just learned people don't like to hear stuff they don't believe,
and
you know.
I was gonna say, I think that a lot of people are in denial about what's happening and what has been happening for quite some time. I think that what's currently happening is stirring a lot of emotions that people honestly can't handle, because it's making people question themselves, their friends, the people around them. Like, it's a lot, but it's definitely nothing to be upset about. I think that people should be adults and should be open to have these conversations and to really look a little deeper into what's happening. But if people are getting upset about people making comments and asking questions, then that's on them, because it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And people don't ask questions too, you know, which is a shame. Like, people don't ask questions. People don't research, you know. And it's a shame. Like, really is a shame, you know. So I posted a video pretty much researching into this thing called Black Lives Matter Foundation. Because I don't know if you saw, people were talking, like, everyone was wondering where the money goes, you know, like, because they're getting billions of dollars. And I was trying to research into it, and I was researching, I was trying to find the Black Lives Matter Foundation, like their registration, like whatever, for their charity. And I did make a mistake. There's something else called the Black Lives Matter Foundation though. And I was like researching into it, and I was like, yo, this is dumb weird. Like, I found some weird stuff with their paperwork, and I posted that video. And yeah, so a couple days after, BuzzFeed, I don't know if you saw it, but they posted an article on the same thing I was researching. And Google and Apple and all these big companies donated millions to that fake Black Lives Matter Foundation that I was researching. And I was just like, that's insane. I couldn't even send it to the people because they had already blocked me.
And even with that, I was going to say, I think it's really important for people to do their research, for those that are trying to donate money or even raise money for these organizations, because even myself included, I'm doing my own thing with my brand to try to raise some money, but maybe even myself, I haven't been all the way clear. The money that I'm raising is not going to Black Lives Matter organization because of that, because I knew that a lot of people weren't clear as to where that money was being distributed. So I think that everybody should do their part to look into these things. And as I was saying before, like, ask questions. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to see where your community is putting their support into. Where are these big corporations giving money to? Who are they supporting? Like, it's really, really important, because even nowadays with the internet, anybody can create anything like that. If you and me want to create something right now, an organization, we could literally do that. So people need to do their research and see what's going on, you know. Same even for the people like, you know, George Floyd. There's a foundation created by his family, and then you have other things created by people who just want to support. So I think it's really important for people to ask those questions and to see what's going on, because you don't want to give your money to the wrong people. And sadly, people are taking advantage of what's happening at the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was actually thinking about starting a GoFundMe soon. It's a funny one.
A funny one?
A funny a funny one. What if we maybe you can join in. What if we start a White Lives Matter GoFundMe?
Lord.
But to scam these racist white people.
It would be a thing.
Can you imagine? Because I was just thinking, like I used to live in like the South, you know, and like there are people there that are just so dumb, you know, that no matter what, they're just against whatever is black. You know what I'm saying? And they will be on the opposite side. So like, if there was a White Lives Matter GoFundMe, these idiots would donate so much money to it. I think that's just one of the things I'm plotting.
You're plotting. Hey.
One of the scams. No, I'm just being funny. But yeah, no, it's a crazy world, you know.
Yeah, very crazy world that we're living in right now.
What were you gonna say?
Sorry, yeah, I think
absolutely.
I don't know if it's my internet connection.
We're in
it's lagging a little, so I apologize if I'm like 2 seconds behind you on what you're saying. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, yo, I don't know. I plan on moving out of America.
Where are you planning on moving to?
I think actually I'll probably spend, I don't know, first maybe like, because I already lived in Germany, maybe Germany, or go to France, Spain, or something. I don't know. I just know that I'm gonna live most of my life not in America.
You're done.
I'm done.
You said fuck America. When would you be planning on moving?
Unfortunately, I want to go 2022. Probably just for like 6 months or something. You know, like move around a bit. But no, like I want to like eventually, like when I can, like I want to have a house like in these different countries, you know, because I want to live there. I don't want to just like visit. Like I want to be able to drive around the streets without using maps, and I want to like build up, you know, because I've been in LA like 4 years, but like I didn't know one person here at all in all of California, but now like my network is so big. Yeah, like not one person, you know. But now like the network is so big, and I was just thinking to myself, like, dang, like what if I moved to like, you know, I don't know, like Tokyo or something, and I have this many friends in Tokyo or Dubai or Miami or New York, you know. So yeah, it's, I mean, my time in LA actually, like LA for sure is gonna be home base. Like I just know like LA, when I'm in LA, like I'm home, you know. But nah, I'm eager to get out, you know.
What does your family say about all of this?
What about you? Do you want to travel? Like, yeah, well, it's really just like me and my mom, and we my mom, my brother, and we moved, you know, a bunch. My brother's in Oklahoma still. My mom's in Florida. So I mean, you know, what's the difference between living in Florida and California versus, you know, Florida and France? You still got to get on a plane, you know. So I don't know. I don't think it'll be a huge, crazy difference. But yeah, I'm just over America.
I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are. Yeah. It's kind of crazy to see that the place that you call home isn't even necessarily for you. They don't have your back. So it's a little dangerous to literally live somewhere where they don't have your back. So I get it. I get why a lot of people feel that way and why a lot of people want to move. See, me, I always commend people like you that have traveled and lived in different places, because myself, I'm literally just that. I'm a traveler. I visit, I go, that's it, come back home, that's it. So I literally lived, I was born and raised in California my whole life. So this is the only place I know as home. So for me, whenever I think about going somewhere else, I'm like, ooh, you know, like if it's a little longer than vacation time, I'm like, ooh, would I really go? Like, I don't know. So that's pretty brave. That's pretty brave, and it's very admirable to even think that way. To be like, no, I'm ready to pack up and go and start new somewhere else. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just, I don't know, there's just so much to the world, you know, and people will stay in your life, you know, like just because you move doesn't mean you'll never see these people again or anything. It's like, yo, like, what's up, bro? Like, pull up to Paris. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got an apartment here. Like, come through, you know? So that's my goals, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be global, you know, global. In LA, I feel like, you know, after 2021, can go somewhere else for sure. I can't wait.
So I want to thank you for coming on the podcast for our Insta Live session today. Real quick before we wrap up, do you want to share any upcoming projects that you have going on with the people? Let them know also where they could find you on social media if they want to keep in touch.
Yeah, so projects, like I said, you know, if you live in LA, like we're about to take over this whole like nightlife thing and follow something dope for the people to stay up to date with all of our, you know, events. We're starting a blog as well where we're going to be interviewing artists and doing write-ups. We're going to be starting a cypher series where we're going to have like rappers rapping like, you know, BET double XL cypher vibes. And yeah, and we got merch on deck. We got a gang of merch, you know, so we're going to be having real dope clothing drops. And yeah, you know, there's thankfully like so much in the works because once things open up, things are literally going to explode, you know. You can follow me, Jordan Saint Pierre. Yeah. And yeah, you know, like come through to an event, feel the vibe yourself. If you ain't got $10, BOBBi will pay for your ticket.
Oh, BOBBi will pay for it.
Yeah.
Now everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but for real, they should definitely pull up to events. As I said, I'm a part of those. You guys can definitely see me there as well. So that's another reason to pull up, see a friendly face, meet some new people, meet some cool people. Like I said, everybody's there for the hustle. Yeah. Everybody's there to be supportive of one another and each other's craft, which is a beautiful thing. That's already a beautiful vibe within itself. Y'all already heard the man. Follow him on social media. And don't forget to follow the podcast if you're not already following us. And this session will actually be on the podcast page and also available on all other social media platforms. So make sure to follow BOBBi's World, y'all. And yeah, thanks again for coming on. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you, yo. Thanks for having me.
All right.
All right, yo. Well, stay safe. I'll talk to you later.